morning, good evening, good night, YouTube. This is Taylor speaking, of course. And it's a beautiful day, evening, and night to get big, man. I have a special announcement for you guys, man. I am now officially an ambassador for Controlled Insanity. If you guys know who that is, the group, they're a bunch of great dudes, man, pushing mental health positivity for men and depicting that your struggles are not only your struggles. There are a lot of men that go through the same thing that you go through. And I love the message. I love the brand. And I feel like a lot of us men today, we're all going through the same thing. We just think that we can't talk to anybody about it. So if you need help, don't be afraid to. Or if you need somebody to talk to, don't be afraid to DM me on either TikTok or Instagram. Send me a DM and I'll do my best to, to talk to you and help you with what you're going through to the best of my ability. And I told you guys in the past YouTube videos that I plan to be an example for you guys. I'm gonna go as hard as possible to show you what is possible. I'm not special. I don't have any special background, but I'm just a guy, a kid, whatever you want to call me, that just wants to go hard and make a name for himself and be great and set an example for those who think they're at rock bottom and can't get back up. So that's what my goal is, to motivate, inspire. Today, I'm here to show you guys. I'm gonna get a good lift in with my boy Zion. I'll introduce you to him. That's my rival right there. And we're gonna hit, I think we're gonna hit legs today. So it should be a good leg day. And man, today we're gonna talk about, this is gonna be a lot of miscellaneous things going on in here. I know a lot of people, it's the new year, they wanted to either start their social media content, but once again, they're afraid. You need to ditch that fear. You're not gonna be the greatest when you start out. No one is great when they first start out doing anything. So you have to take the time to build the quality. They say quantity is the lead most pushing factor to quality. So repetition over time is what's gonna lead to quality. You're gonna be nervous, you're gonna be embarrassed, anything you do, because you're afraid of what people think of you. And once you push that out of your mind, you're gonna realize that nothing can stop you. Now, in order to build that confidence, you have to switch what you consume. And I feel like so many people today are consumed by negativity. They don't even realize it. They listen to just death, negativity, and wonder why their life is moving in that direction. They wonder why positive things don't happen to them. When you surround your life in negativity, your life will move in a negative direction. That goes into what you listen to, what you watch, what you eat, the people you surround yourself with. Denzel Washington said, you surround yourself with 9 idiots, you're going to become the 10th. You surround yourself with 9 wealthy people, you're going to become the 10th. So you are what you do, and you are your actions. So once you start to switch the negatives into the positives, you're going to realize a real switch in your life. And for me, let me give you an example, right? Before I started lifting, I was consumed, man. I was consumed. And I know I keep saying I'm gonna drop some lore, but just be patient with me, man. I was consumed in negativity, man. And everybody felt it. Everybody felt it. I started pushing people away because I was just a storm cloud waiting to erupt. I was just waiting for a person to fucking wail on. And it was bad. It was really bad. And I had to realize, after, people told me, they realized it. Obviously, one of the main pushing factors I got to give credit to is my girlfriend. Is she dragged me out of that storm. What I started to do was I started to talk positively to myself. I started to consume more positive things when it came to the music that I listened to, the videos I watched, even how I woke up in the morning. The audios that you guys... Hold on 1 second. The audios that you guys hear in my YouTube videos, that's just not random music that I'm finding. Shout out to Sanchez, the dude who makes those YouTube videos and posts them. That's shit that I listen to on the daily. And I listen to those things because they're positive. They push my mind in a positive mindset. The people saying those things, I don't know who they are, but what they're saying is positive. And when you consume content like that daily, it is better than listening to something that is just, it's not good for you. Stuff like that I consume. I make sure I don't speak negative to myself first and foremost. You can't talk down to yourself if you want to be great. You can't do it. You got to stop the pity party. You got to stop fucking whining. Stop being a victim. Because no one's going to help you. No one's going to save you. They can tell you what you need to do. There can be thousands of people that are motivating you. But if you do not want to change for yourself, you'll never change. You'll never change. You got to want it for yourself. And it starts with you. I was in a very, very dark place, man. And I just told myself, I don't want to be a weakling that everybody thinks they can take advantage of. And I'm not saying that muscles makes you strong. It makes you it makes you a better person. It's the journey that makes you a better person. It's going to the gym, the effort that makes you a better person. Because the gym, it's an example that failure ultimately leads to success. Do you know how many times I have like tens of videos of me trying one plate, I couldn't get it. Then I tried 2 plates, I couldn't get it. Then me ultimately trying 3 plates and I can't get it. That sliding barometer, that scale kept constantly moving up as I kept pushing myself and growing. You can fail 1,000 times, but when you fail big, you win big. And that's why the gym is so important, because it teaches you to not be afraid to fail. Once I got that out of my head, I used to be so embarrassed when that bar fell on my chest. I used to be like, man, I hope nobody saw that shit, dude. Holy shit, I hope nobody saw that shit. Then I started to realize, who the fuck cares? I'm fucking pushing myself. I'm not in here for them. I'm in here for me. I'm here to grow. Physically and mentally, I'm here to grow. I'm here to win. And once that bar fell on my chest, man, that shit was like an accomplishment, dude. I'm like, man, I really fucking pushed myself, dude. I feel great. I fucking pushed myself. And a lot of dudes are sitting in there in the gym wondering, why the fuck aren't I getting big? That's the reason. You ain't pushing yourself and you're fucking bitching while you're small. You have to fail, and fail 1,000 times before you win. Every champion has got to that point where they thought they want to quit. So don't think that you're a loser for wanting to be better. Don't beat yourself up for shit like that. Every champion has felt the urge to quit. Kobe, Michael Jordan, Kanye, Kendrick, Sebum, Ronnie Coleman. You think these people didn't have moments in their life where they just broke down? And that's the thing I hate about social media. It's so fake. We only see the positives of everything. We never see the other side. At least we rarely do. At least I haven't. So in your mind, you think, man, these dudes never feel the way I fucking feel. They never feel sad and fucking depressed like how I feel. They do. You just don't see it. They just hide it better. When you feel down, don't beat yourself up. Give yourself, I'd say, 5 minutes to feel that shit. Then after that, tell yourself it's time to go to work. It's time to put the action in. Because when you're feeling depressed and all and sad and all that, it's because you're not putting the work in. That's what it is. You shouldn't have time to feel like that. And do not get me wrong. Mental health is a big, big thing. I'm not knocking anybody that feels depressed and feel like there's no way out. But you have to change your mentality. It's the only way. It's easier said than done, but it's the only way. It's the only way. You have to change your mindset. Once you realize that I'm the only one that's going to dig me out of this hole, that's when you're going to win. You have to think in your mind, I'm someone that's destined to win. I'm someone that's destined for victory. That's why I got this far. That's why I haven't quit yet. You think I haven't wanted to quit? Bro, when I was on social media, when I first started, bro. When I first started my social media, bro, I was getting on, especially on TikTok, I was getting like 2 likes. I'm posting 4 times, 5 times a day. I'm getting 2 likes. Instagram, 1 like, 10 likes. I had people from my school following me. Nobody was liking that shit. Because I was trying something that nobody else was doing at the time. Looked at like a fucking loser. But I know in my heart, I knew in my heart that I was going to do this. And as I said, I told you I was going to be an example for you guys. I'm going to be an example of what hard work produces. I wanted to quit so many times, man. 2 years ago, I had literally like $10 in my fucking bank account. I would just fucking bitch and moan like I'm a fucking loser. Instead of getting off my ass and changing it. Why the fuck did I just sit there and wallow in it? But it's that feeling that taught me I can't do that again. And that's what I was talking about in the last video of why you have to hit rock bottom. Because it's just like this, right? This is an analogy. This is the analogy I'm going to give you guys. When you're standing on hot rocks, you're not going to stand there, right? Because your bottom of your feet are fucking piping hot. You're melting your skin. It's scorching. It's burning. The smell of skin is getting in your nose. You hop off that shit. But when you're comfortable, when it's nice, toasty rocks, you're going to want to stay there forever. It's giving you a little massage. You have to hit rock bottom in order to want to move. My family knows. My friends know what happened to me. Not even what happened to me, man. The occurrences that happened around me that just pushed me into this negativity. But I allowed it. And I allowed myself to stay there. Instead of realizing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So you guys, you just gotta want to fight for it. You gotta want to change. You gotta want to better yourself. You have to be willing and able to want help. So I think my boy Zion's here. I'm gonna call him up real quick. I'm gonna get him in the car, introduce you guys to him, and then we're gonna hit a fucking crazy ass leg workout. All right, lords and ladies. Come on in, brother. What the fuck? I'm trying to get these fucking games up. Oh my. Yo, this is my boy Goku right here. You already know I'm Vegeta.
Bro, here we go with this, bro.
Bro, you already know what this is, bro.
We know who I am, bro.
Who are you, bro?
I'm Vegeta, bro.
You're not Vegeta, bro.
I'm Vegeta, bro.
I'm Vegeta. You're Goku, bro.
That's impossible, bro. You take advice and you try it out. I'm stubborn and I have a lot of pride.
Nah, bro. Fuck that, bro. All right, man. Z, I got a question for you, of course, man. What's something that you would want to tell your younger self now that you have the knowledge to go back and do so?
I would tell my younger self, don't rush the process. Everything happens for a reason, and the things you go through in life make you who you are now. So if I was to go back and to redo the stuff, I wouldn't be where I'm at now, and I wouldn't have experienced what I experienced or learned what I had learned if I didn't get to go through all that. So I'd say some shit's gonna suck, some shit's gonna be tough, but you gotta enjoy the journey, because the journey is what creates your story. That's what creates the plot. If you don't have a journey, you're not really going to learn or experience anything. The only way we become better is when we fail or we experience different shit. Life is full of experiences. That's how you learn. Learn through experiences. So I just tell my younger self, just keep your head up. Shit's gonna be tough. And you know, don't rush the process. Don't rush to get old. Cherish every single day that you have while you have it. Don't question why shit happens. Just go with the flow. Brush the dirt off and just keep going.
Yo, I kid you not, bro.
You said the same exact shit?
I swear, bro. I don't even know if this could see both of us right now. Bro, I swear to God, bro. I literally just said the same exact thing, bro. No bullshit. Twins, bro.
Twins, bro.
All right, man. We about to go get this money, bro.
You tell him about that time we never mind.
Yo. Beautiful night to get big, gentlemen. Let's go, man. Yep. Fucking edge today, bro. We're gym hopping.
I fell in love with an essay from Jason Pargin where he said, accept that all of your heroes are full of shit. Your heroes aren't gods. They're just regular people who got good at one thing by sacrificing literally everything else.
There's no one in the parking lot except for my car. And everyone else probably getting home from some party right now because bars are closed right now too. You know, they're probably going to sleep and they're probably going to have to wake up and apologize to somebody for however way they acted, because that's not who they really are. They're chemically induced to be a certain way, to have the social lubricants, or be able to talk, to be liked, and so they take something in order to be that guy. It's like people that do steroids, whatever else. I have to take this to be all that, you know, but who I am as an individual isn't quite good enough. That's why I need to take something and become somebody else. You know, it's a sad reality. Coming here at night and, you know, I don't know what it is about it, man. But like, man, it's just the air smells a little bit better right now. You know, when you say you're gonna do something and then you follow through and you do it, not at the end when you cross the marathon, you finish it, or your hands raised. I'm talking about right now. The small steps in between the big successes that everyone sees. No one sees this. Right now, I'm saying, like, there's a confidence to it, man. There's a bad motherfucker that's right here, you know, that's getting ahead of the competition. There's an overwhelming sense of fulfillment and pride and satisfaction with that.
2017, I sacrificed everything, and the same thing in 2018. There was so much sacrifice. I really didn't have a social life in 2018, and it got to a point I remember back beginning of 2019, I was in Bali and one of my best friends was visiting me. My mom was visiting me, and I was there with my ex-girlfriend as well as my old personal trainer. And the four of them almost sat me down and had an ultimatum. They're like, you're not there. Like you're not here with us. And the biggest thing was sacrifice. Like sacrifice to the point where business was all I thought about 24/7. And you know, I've since then in 2020 and 2021 and you know also the second half of 2019, I've realized, you know, I've realized that working harder or thinking about something 24/7 isn't actually going to get you anywhere closer to your goal. A lot of times it's those meditative moments when you're in the steam room, you're in the sauna, where you're meditating, where you're walking, but without music or without texting anyone. And that's really where those flashes of brilliance come to you. But all of this is to say sacrifice in your 20s. I think your 20s honestly are for sacrifice. So we also, you know, if you sacrifice up until you're 27, you still have many, many good years to go out there, have a good dating life, meet a bunch of very interesting people. And, you know, if you can sacrifice those early 20s, it really does set you up for the rest of your life.
How could I make things better? It's something like that. And that's like, what sacrifices do I need to make in order to make things better? That's a good question to ask yourself. You could ask yourself that every morning. What sacrifice do I have to make things better? You can decide what constitutes better. How about that? Then it's not even as if it's being imposed on you. Come up with your own notion of what constitutes better. You know, try to make it sophisticated. It should just be better for you, because that isn't going to work very well, right? You're just going to fall downstairs if you do that, because you have to live with other people. And besides, it's stupid anyways. What are you going to do? Like, there's nothing you can even say about that. It's so that's the attitude of a very badly behaved, hyper-aggressive 2-year-old. And I mean that technically. And so you could ask yourself, well, how I have this day that lays itself out in front of me. What thing could I let go of that's impeding my progress, that if I let go of would make my life better, my family's life better, my culture's life better, my being better? And then that would give you something to do for the day, wouldn't it? It would justify your miserable life. You do have the sense of yourself as something that stretches across the decades. Okay, and so what that means is that you have to conduct yourself in a manner that isn't merely immediate. You have to conduct yourself in a manner that will work across time. Now, how do people do that? They work. Work is a sacrificial gesture. So you work, by definition, virtually. Work is the sacrifice of the present for the future. I mean, maybe someone can come up with a better definition of work than that, but I don't think so. It's like you put in time and effort right now. It's something, even if it's something maybe not what you'd like to be doing at the moment, you put in time and effort because you believe, what the hell does that mean? You believe it'll pay off.
You guys, it really comes down to this. You can either A, right, sacrifice temporary fun for permanent dreams, or sacrifice your permanent dreams for temporary fun. And the reality is a lot of you guys are willing to sacrifice your permanent dreams for some temporary fun.
Yeah.
And that temporary fun is never going to get you fucking anywhere. Because I'll tell you this, going to the club, partying, drinking, popping bottles, are those people going to be there 10 years from now when you're fucking brokey wondering what the fuck you did and in the years that you were supposed to be productive? Let me tell you something, they won't fucking be there.
Roll the clock forward now. So talking about the price that people pay to be the person that you admire. Everyone would look at Tiger Woods narrowly bound, like, I want to be as good of a golfer as Tiger Woods.
Type sturdy. This fit type sturdy. Come on now. I broke my own fucking rule, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you. Me and my boy Zion, man. That shit turned into a yap session, bro. That shit turned into a yap session. And don't get me wrong, it was still a good session. We still got some work in, but definitely not as much as me and him usually go in. Pause. Usually go harder than that. Pause. But we still got the work in, but definitely not to the caliber that we usually go. So for today, guys, I'm gonna make this one short and sweet. I'm tired. It is now 11:27. We came in that bitch at like 9 o'clock, dude. It's 11:27. That just shows you what was going on, man. Fucking whole lot of yapping, bro. I'm grateful to be able to do it, but sometimes, you know, you just want to lift and shit. But the quote of the day is, when you get to a certain level of success, it's not about talent, it's about stamina. And what that means is hard work beats talent every time. And it's not going to be the guy that's talented that's going to win. If you listen to the audio that I used in my last video, right? I don't recall who said it, but they said basically it's going to be 1,000 guys at the start line. 2 years later, it's going to be 500. 3 years later, it's going to be 200. Let's go 10 years later, it's only going to be 50. And then a little bit more time after that, it's only going to be 10. If you stay consistent in any way towards any goal, you're going to be successful. It's about quantity, and in turn, it will turn into quality. You have to want to win. You can't bullshit and make excuses that you're not going to be able to because you're not special, you're not big, or whatever it may be. You just have to be consistent. Stop making excuses. Take accountability for what you're doing. I promise you, you'll get there. When I first started my fitness journey, I've been all right. First off, I've been lifting for a long time, right? I started lifting when I was in middle school. Up until I started lifting in middle school for like football and shit, and that kind of taught me the foundation a little bit. We were doing a lot of bullshit. because you know it's football. You're not trying to be a bodybuilder when you're lifting for football. It's all about strength. Fuck the technique. If you blow out your fucking knee or your elbow, who fucking cares? Get back in there the next day, right? But I was lifting in middle school. My boys back then taught me my foundation of what I know now, aka my boy Strunk, shout out Strunk, and my boy Fike. They taught me what I knew at the time. And they were my models, and my boy Thaddeus, they were my models of how to lift. I took a break. I started again, like towards the end of my high school years. I went for a little bit, but they were mostly yap sessions with me and my boys. I didn't really get much bigger. And then I took a break, and then before COVID, I locked in for like a couple months, and then COVID hit, shut all the fucking gyms down. So I was fucking tight about that shit. But then after COVID, I've just been locked in non-stop, consistently going. I don't think I've missed more than a week in the gym over 3 to 4 years. So it takes a lot. And basically what I'm trying to say to you is, it's just like Sam Sulek said, you have to fall in love with the journey. Don't worry about the destination, but once you fall in love with the journey, everything becomes easier. You can't have the great days without the bad days. The gloomy days, the dark days, the sad days. When you really, really sit back and look at it, those are the days that you should cherish. Those are the days where you should really hold dear to you, because those are what makes the bright days, the amazing days, the beautiful days, the memories even more beautiful and worth living for. Because if you were happy all the time, you wouldn't even know what happiness is. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is gonna sound so fucking dumb, but you know, in Syndrome from Incredibles, he said, when everybody's super, no one's super. So if you're happy all the time, you wouldn't be happy. You wouldn't even know what that is. There'd be no standard to go by. Once you fall in love with those hard days and you realize that they're only temporary, that's when you're gonna find your true strength, and you're gonna realize that you are an unstoppable force. God made you an unstoppable force. The only thing that's getting in your way is you. So with that note, lords and ladies, thank you for tuning into this video. I don't know if it's gonna be a good video when I edit it, but nonetheless, thank you for stopping by. Follow me on all socials at Taylord__. And make sure you use the code LORD at Controlled Sanity. So use code LORD at use code LORD at Controlled Insanity if you're getting anything. If you want to support your boy, I'd appreciate it. And just thank you guys for the love constantly. You guys know who you are. I just constantly see your comments and your likes and your love. I appreciate it. I really do. Until next time, lords and ladies, good morning, good night, and good evening. I'll catch you guys around.